This is The Hub on Hollywood, an iHeart Radio podcast. I am your co-host, James Rojas.
And I'm Jamie Blanco.
On this week's episode, Boston is looking for love. It is a wrap for the 48-hour film project Boston. There must be something in the water. Jaws fans have something very exciting to look forward to. A Watertown local making their own waves at Tribeca. That and much more. But first, Jamie, we have a very special guest in the house today.
We have with us today Miss Katya Zykina. All the way from Russia.
That's right. I live in Boston.
Yes, right. But Katya is, I feel like, one of the hardest working, most prolific actors that you will find in the Boston region right now. And I'm not just blowing smoke, her way over here. She is always working. She is always hustling. Every project that we talk about on The Hub on Hollywood, she's in it.
Yeah.
She's in it, basically. Yeah. So, Katya, thanks for being with us today.
Well, thank you for inviting me. You need to call me every morning and do a motivational speech like that.
Well, you're welcome on The Hub on Hollywood anytime. Jamie talks about you highly all the time. So, very happy to have you in the house. But you and Jamie go way back.
Absolutely, yes. We actually have worked together a few times, and one of our most recent projects is Walking Dead Dead City Season 3, where we stood in for the lead characters. I stood in for Lauren Cohen, who played Maggie, and Jamie?
And I stood in for Amy Garcia, who plays Renata on that season. We can't really get into too much details about Season 3, but we also worked together on Season 2 of The Walking Dead, and you've been on since Season 1. You've been Lauren's stand-in since Season 1 or Season 2?
On Season 2. Season 1 was filmed in New York. I wish I could have done that too.
But we're so happy that they had it here. Season 2, Season 3. We're still waiting for news on Season 4. But let's start there, Katya, okay? Because there's so much that we can talk about. Let's start there. I feel like a lot of people don't know what a stand-in even is. So if you had to describe for the audience, for our thousands of fans who are waiting with bated breath, what is a stand-in? What is it that you do and I do?
Yeah, that is a very good question, and I had to explain it to my family in Russia who have no idea what filmmaking is and how it works. But basically, on big productions, they hire stand-ins who match their actors physically. For example, they got to be the same height, the same complexity, sorry, I'm foreign, and also hair color as well. And what we do while the shot is being set up, they adjust the lighting, the camera angle, all the right movements. The person who looks like the actor stands right there and does certain movements, etc., etc. And once we're ready to roll, that's when the actor steps in. So they have time to, maybe rehearse, maybe get hair and makeup done, or anything else.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't even realize that this is a job.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things I love the most about being a stand-in or doing the stand-in thing is you get to, be that actor for a little while. You get to do their actions. You get to, and you make a connection with everyone on the crew. You get to learn everything about every department, the lights, the camera, the action, everybody, the directors. So how do you find that, being on set, is that a lot of pressure to sort of be accountable to all these departments, or do you just really enjoy getting to know everyone?
No, I do really enjoy it, absolutely, because at some point it becomes a certain sort of dance with different departments, especially AD department or camera crew, or honestly anybody on set, grips, gaffers, everybody, because you work together simultaneously. And you need to learn how to be really efficient and really useful and not be a nuisance, and vice versa, be really helpful. So, yeah, I've learned so much by being a stand-in, especially being a regular stand-in throughout all these months we filmed. So, yeah, that's a very amazing opportunity. I'm truly grateful for it.
Yeah, you want to be able to stand out, but not too much. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Stand in.
Stand in, not stand out.
So how did you get into, I guess, this field or this industry? Like, did you grow up watching movies, loving movies, wondering how they were made?
Absolutely, yes. And for us, again, I grew up in Russia, and I only moved to the United States when I was 23. So movies was always something I was really interested in. And I don't think at the time, maybe now it's different, but at the time while I was still living there, anything movie related was not really feasible career choice, I would say. I think if I had told my parents I want to be an actor, they would be like, are you crazy or what? Because that was not really a job. While after moving here, I realized that it most certainly is. And there are also many other jobs in this industry as well. So I started by being an extra in different movies, and a few years later, I got this amazing opportunity to stand in for, I believe my first stand-in job was, I stood in for a few days for Keira Knightley.
Oh, wow.
Which is funny because she's slightly shorter than me, so I had to really shrink.
Right.
Yeah, and after that, casting directors would reach out and ask me to stand in for other famous actors, which is pretty cool.
So, sorry, when you were in Russia, were the main movies that you folks watched, were they American, or how does that work?
Absolutely, yes, they were American because Russia. No, I would say the Soviet Union had really amazing movies. Which we would rewatch for years and years and years and decades later. But in early 2000s, so 2010s, around that time, our movies were horrible, guys. They were absolutely horrible. And that's why being an actor was not a feasible choice, in my opinion. Again, somebody might argue with me on that one. But I believe right now there are many indie movie makers in Russia who are making some really decent films.
Nice. And there's a lot of indie filmmakers here in New England, too, which you have been a part of. I know that you've been a part of a lot of the mainstream, sort of the SAG shows and movies that have come here to film. But tell us a little bit about how you got involved with more of like the indie filmmaking and sort of trying to get those the smaller roles where you get to shine on camera instead of behind the camera.
Oh yeah. So I've always wanted to be an actor. I love my job as a stand-in, but being an actor was something which I really wanted to do. And I'm really grateful that after, working in the industry for so long, you meet people and you meet other filmmakers. And I was lucky enough to be a part of a few indie productions in the past few months. For example, there's one coming out in a couple of weeks on June 5th. It's called Laundromat, and it's done by a Belarusian girl, Anastasia. And I've been a part of a couple more productions since then. One of them is called Speak by Rick Dumont. Do you know Rick?
Yes, we've had Rick on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
amazing.
Yeah, that was something really interesting because I got to be really vulnerable, and I learned how to cry on cue recently. So
oh my goodness! Now that is challenging,
right?
Yeah.
And I learned that because last month I was a part of a movie which does not have a name as of now, as I understand it correctly, but it was done by young filmmakers who are currently students of Fitchburg University, and they really they're so passionate about movie making. It gave me some hope for the future.
Oh, nice.
And so we made this amazing movie. I cannot wait to see it, I'll be honest. Where for
can't either.
Yeah, for 4 days straight, I had to be really vulnerable as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give out too much, but
Okay.
once you see it, you'll see what I mean. And that's where I learned how to cry on cue.
Oh my
No, I'm
gosh.
not going to stop crying.
So where does that come from?
Yeah, but I would love to try comedy now as well.
Right, because you got to be involved in the 48-hour film festival
That's
also that just wrapped up here in Boston. Boston. They're going to be screening early next month. And you got to, dabble in comedy. So tell us a little bit about that, because that was hilarious, the clip that you sent me.
Yeah, that was fantastic, honestly, because I've always wanted to be a part of 48-hour film festival, but every year, something happens. It's like, oh, we're so busy. But I got reached out to by this guy, Nate, who already had a team, and they've been participating for a few years. Mm-hmm. And he was literally like, hey, do you want to be a part of this? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Mm-hmm. And that was so much fun. I only was a part of one scene, but it was awesome. I was there with Dave Shapiro, who is such a great actor. He was so funny, and I think that helped me too.
Was he the bird guy?
He was. Okay. It was so awesome. He played like this nerd bird watcher. Oh my God, this was so good. And I think that gave me the confidence to also not, be scared to be funny. And that scene is amazing. So I would love to do some more comedy as well.
I love that, because you were a mail order bride, right? In this, right.
And it was. I gotta say, that was my suggestion.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because the way he said it, he was like, "Oh, this is my mail order. Oh, my girlfriend's Svetlana." Right. That was so awesome.
So coming from Russia, were you surprised? Obviously, the whole world has heard of Hollywood. Movies are made in Hollywood, born and bred in Hollywood. Were you surprised of how much of a big film industry we have here in New England?
To be honest, absolutely, yes. Growing up over there, I always thought that movies only happen in Los Angeles, which turned out not to be really true, especially now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's so many movies have been filmed. Movies and TV shows have been filmed in New York, even in Boston. Obviously, it's not as much after COVID and the strike, but hopefully one day we'll get more movies coming our way as well. But I recently was in Toronto, and I was just on my way to dinner, and I literally bumped into a movie set there.
Right, I know, it follows you.
And you're like, let's get to work.
Okay.
Second
I'm
team.
here.
But yeah, so a lot of films are now brought to, Canada, UK. But anyway, it was still a nice surprise to see how many productions we had, or hopefully we'll still have in Boston.
Right. And I feel like I learned so much from you, from watching you on set and all of that jazz. Right. And you were a part of a panel recently for SAG-AFTRA on Dead City, where they had a bunch of people come up and talk about their work on that show. So what would you say, you were talking about your role as a stand-in on Dead City on that panel, what would you say are the qualities that make you indispensable to a production? Because we've seen good stand-ins and we've seen bad stand-ins, or just any job, really.
So this is your sales pitch time.
Right. What makes you indispensable on set?
All right.
Besides being as beautiful as you are.
Oh, stop it, Julian.
You're going to call her every morning. You're like, hey,
I know, for real. Oh, thank you. I forgot. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot the question. So I got to say, one of the secret to be a great stand-in is very, very simple. It's just a few rules. They're so basic, but not everybody does them. The first simple rule, you just never be late. Because you cannot run late. If you keep running late, why would the production need you at all? It's the very basic rule. But also be attentive and listen to everything what's going on around you. Because sometimes, the ADs have to call for a second team a few times, and that's also unacceptable because time is money. So yeah, you got to pay attention. You also got to watch the monitor in order to understand what's going on, because sometimes things would get changed from the rehearsal during the takes, and you got to know exactly what's going on in the scene. You got to know the lines, maybe not by heart, but be familiar with them. And yeah, I think these are the most basic but very, very good rules to follow.
Exactly, and sometimes people don't follow that, and they don't come back.
Yep.
But yeah, every minute counts in a production like that. And you mentioned knowing your lines, and I think that's a really great point too, because they don't really expect you to know like all the lines. But there was one day on set where I got pulled in, and they're like, "Your actor is cold. She's going to go back to her tent. We need you to read this monologue while we, get these shots of just like these other characters."
Yeah.
So I mean that's intense. So you got to be ready to jump in and.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like if Keira Knightley just gets sick, she's like, "You're in, Katya, you're in the movie now."
Oh.
Now I need to get British accent somehow.
How is your British accent?
Horrible.
But also, right, from stand-in to body double, very, very easy leap, right? Because you've been used as a body double as well.
Absolutely, yes. I also worked as a photo double quite a lot of times for different actors. And it's not always the case, by the way. Sometimes they would have separate stand-in, and then whenever they need a photo double, they would call somebody else. But so far, usually if I'm a stand-in, I'm also a photo double. And that experience is also very interesting because it could be about anything. It could be about just certain like body part, like your arm, hands, back of your head, anything like that. Or sometimes you're so far away that it's hard to tell whether it's you or the actor. And I've had funny moments when people would tell me the stories how they would basically approach the actor, which they didn't know. They thought it would be me. And they would be like, "What's up?" And then they would, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it was Katya."
Yeah. Oh my God.
Imagine.
Can I say I did that to Jamie Lee Curtis?
Did you?
Kind of.
Yeah, tell us.
Oh gosh, what's the movie that just came out with her?
Ella McKay?
Ella McKay, because we were all getting filled into this bar scene with them, and I saw this woman with white hair sitting at the bar, and I'm like, "Oh, it's Jamie Stanton," and I just start talking, and I'm like, "Ah, God, I love her so much. Like, she's my namesake," and I was about to reach over and be like, "Oh, are you Jamie Stanton?" But then she turned, and I'm like, "It was her."
Oh my
And I'm
goodness.
like, "Oh, I mean."
You're
And I just kept talking to my other person here. So.
you're in a constant state of hyping people up, even if like you're hyping up Jamie Lee Curtis. You're like,
You gotta be positive on set. Or
Yeah.
what if I had said something bad?
I
Like
know,
that would have been the end of my
know.
career.
Well, is there a moment, maybe when you're first starting out, that maybe there was maybe not a blunder, but or something that you're like, "Ooh, that was an embarrassing moment. Let's not make that mistake again," or anything like that?
That's a very good question. Let me think, because I think also one important thing to do is to understand when you're on set, it's totally okay to make small conversation with people around you, but also it's very important to know when to shut up because some people don't know where that line is. So to be honest, I can't come up with anything super embarrassing. But
Or maybe that you saw someone else.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't jinx you.
Oh my
tomorrow.
goodness.
Because I think we've seen some stuff.
We have seen some stuff for sure. Let me think, because I can think of some stories. I don't think it's safe to tell them.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
But as an extra, a few times I would notice, especially when I just started, that I would do slightly different movements every single time, and then I would look at myself all the way like in the blurred background, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing like one thing here, the other thing there." It's like so embarrassing, but obviously nobody's looking that deep,
Yeah.
right?
And before we move on to some of our topics of the week that we're going to have you in on, is there maybe a favorite moment of yours from on set that you can share?
Okay. Yes. To be honest, there have been quite a few, but I would say, especially on Dead City, some of the places we got to see and to work at, some of the conversations I got to have with people who I would be watching on TV growing up, that's something what's going to stay with me forever.
I love it.
and about people I meet, like you, Jamie, who is also an amazing and beautiful person.
What am I?
You're here too, James.
But yeah, it's all about the friends we make along the way.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, and is this a Dead City sweater that you're wearing?
Absolutely,
Oh my
yes.
God.
Look at
See,
there
I
you
was
go.
that season 2. I didn't get the swag from last season. So.
Or did you snag that, or did they give this to you?
Come on.
I have to say they gave it to me.
Of course they did.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, no, yeah, again, we'll definitely keep touching up on your career, but we did have several topics that we want your feedback on.
Ooh.
So, so for the first one, HBO Max, they're going to be in Cambridge. They're looking as part of a docuseries called Neighbors.
Okay.
And season 1 was, I guess, a big hit. They're now looking for, they're casting for season 2. Basically, they're looking for people who've had or have interesting, unusual neighbors or neighbors they have a dispute with, and they want to film that. So this could be disputes involving pets, noise, property lines, parking, what have you. Whatever weird thing you have a relationship with your neighbor, they want to know about it. So basically I'm asking, can you think of a neighbor, whether in Russia or back over here, that was like that person on the block in the neighborhood that everyone just didn't like?
Okay, no neighbors, but you know who comes to my mind? The trash guys in my neighborhood. Oh my God, guys. Okay.
Oh, no.
She can see.
You know what time they started coming? Like, and I live on the first floor, so the trash is right in front of my windows. They started coming at 1 a.m. in the morning.
That's too early.
Oh my gosh.
I swear to God, sometimes 2 a.m. It's insane. So there has been an ongoing battle with them, emailing the city, etc., trying to find out whether that alleyway is commercial zone or not. But stay tuned. Yes, this
Stay
is
tuned for the
a
update on
war.
that.
I want to see on season 2 of Neighbors. One funny recent story, actually. I'm not sure if I told you about this, but my wife had just gone to like the doctor's office. I was with my daughter, 3 years old, and we're just kind of about to eat dinner. My wife comes back home. Cool, we're all getting ready. I hear a knock on the downstairs back door. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Maybe it's my downstairs neighbor, a friend they're expecting. Hear bang, 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 which is weird. And then I hear another bang, bang, bang on our stairs, the door that goes down to the side of the house. And then I look out the window and I see police car lights. And I'm like, what is going on? So I go down. My wife and my daughter stay upstairs, and I go down, and they say, hey, we want to talk to your wife because I don't know if she had a dispute with somebody, but somebody threw dog poo, on someone else's home, and it looks like they live here because they took a picture of this person entering the back house.
What did Allie do?
I know. and so I tell them, like, well, one, my wife has no access to a dog or dog food. And so I think there's a mistaken identity thing going on.
You do have a cat, though.
Yeah, we do have a cat, but it's an indoor cat. That's what I said. I said we do have a cat, but she stays inside. Long story short, my downstairs, my landlord comes out, we come out, everybody comes out, and they show us a picture of somebody, I guess, who had thrown poo. The victim followed them. That person walked to the side of our house and actually went into the side door of our downstairs of our landlord and hid there, I guess, until the person walked away. And then so they saw, like, we have a picture, we saw the background. This is the house. Tell us why your wife has beef with this person.
Oh my God!
No, my wife would not do this and doesn't have beef. She just came back from the doctor's office. And so yeah, apparently we never found out who it was, but on our street we have a poo fugitive.
That sounds like a story for WBZ News Radio.
I know, right?
For
Yeah.
real, I think you should reach out to HBO and ask them to help solve
That's
this.
a recent bad neighbor story of mine.
Gosh, and everyone's got to lock their doors.
So now our landlord downstairs on the first floor, she locks her doors now. And we have cameras and everything set up, but...
Oh my goodness. My story is not as compelling as that. Jeez.
I saw a picture of this person. They have like a tattoo on their hand. They were wearing a hoodie and sunglasses.
Oh my gosh.
But now when I'm driving back home and I see somebody walking a small dog, I'm like looking at their hands. Like, are you the poo fugitive? Are you the poo fugitive?
This is
this
is funny but horrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I need to apply for Neighbors.
Absolutely,
The
you should
things
do
that
that.
happen here. Go for
Do
it.
you have any bad neighbor stories?
Well, no. I mean, nothing that'll top that. I had a Cambridge story, but just because I spent a lot of time in Harvard Square. And then, they have a little bit of a homeless situation there.
Yeah.
But there was one time that I was walking through Harvard Square, and one of these homeless individuals starts yelling at a woman in front of me. Right? He's like, "You there! You there! You should be arrested!" And the woman's like, "Oh, me? Me? Why? Why?" He's like, "'Cause you stole my house."
Oh my God.
I was like, wow.
You can't blame him for trying.
Wow.
Right?
That
You
was
should be shot.
classic. That was like my introduction to the Boston accent. It was amazing. I will never forget it.
That's hilarious. Well, if you have a story of a neighbor who, you and them just don't meet eye to eye, you should reach out to HBO Max, because they are looking for folks in Cambridge with a story to tell. My goodness. Well,
Like you.
yeah, like you. Yeah. Like me. Well, going from annoying neighbors to loving each other. Love is Blind is coming to Boston.
Yes.
Netflix show. Have you seen the show? I have yet to see it.
I have tried watching it. Can I share my honest
Please
opinion?
do.
Yes, you can.
I don't like it.
Oh, really?
I think it's slow. Okay, I'm gonna be murdered for this, but like,
Go for it.
I think it's boring.
It's boring? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's like I tried watching it, but I gotta say I would definitely watch the Boston version of it. I
Right.
think
Oh, yeah.
Boston will add some spice to
I want to
it.
hear some Boston accents, voices.
Yeah.
I want
You
to
stole
see the
my
person.
hat.
I want to see the person who gets like swooed and
Yeah.
taken off their feet by a Boston accent. Yeah.
That would be amazing. But it's so the premise is that they don't see the other person,
No,
right?
yeah,
but they go on dates and stuff. They
Kind of.
They're in pods.
Exactly. They are
yeah.
walking to these pods so they can listen to each other. They can communicate and have these dates.
It does sound like a boring project.
And they write stuff down in their notebooks because they talk to multiple people at a time. So they need to remember who said what, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
And then sometimes at the end, if they decide to, I don't remember, either become a couple or get married or whatever, and that's when they see each other for the first time. And sometimes it's awesome because they seem to like each other, and sometimes it's not because you can tell it's like, oh my God, like one of them
Yeah.
definitely is not into the other person.
But what's cool is that this has already been filmed. So they shot this
really?
last year.
Yeah, so it's coming out this fall.
And it got right. This is the official confirmation, because I think last year on the podcast we heard rumors about this, that they were filming Love Is Blind in Boston, and they had been seen shooting something at the Boston Aquarium and a couple of other locations around Boston. And people asking, "What are you doing? What are you shooting?" They're just like, "It's a reality TV show."
We're just moving
So-
these giant pods around.
Right.
Pay more attention to us.
Right.
that's
So
so
now we have confirmation that was indeed what it was. So season 11 in the books, and it's going to be, like you said,
Is there
coming
any-
out soon.
Is there any dating show that you do like?
So I personally was lured into watching the last season of Love Island.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was kind of awesome for what it is. I don't think I would be able to watch another season. It's okay. It was fun, and actually it was funny because a few months later I bumped into one of the contestants
Oh, wow.
while working.
Really?
Yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
was so sick. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of reality TV shows. However, regarding Love Is Blind, there is one trick which people do in order to make their watching much more fun, if you know what I'm saying. Some people would put a blanket over their TV
Oh.
and only leave the subtitles part on
Okay.
because
So they're also blind.
exactly. So because when we are watching it, we get to see the people in the pods, but I think
So it's
it's
like a
much more
spoiler.
fun, yes,
Yeah.
when you actually also cannot see the person.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would recommend, because you mentioned Love Island, I would recommend, have you heard of the show F-Boy Island?
No, what's that?
F-Boy Island.
That sounds
so it
hilarious.
stands for like F-U-C-K
Yeah.
boy.
Island. And basically it's two girls. If they pick the F-Boy, the F-Boy has the opportunity to stay with the girl who picked him, or walk away with $100,000.
Oh my gosh.
So wait, they're trying to pretend like
They're
they're not.
trying to
they're
pretend to be
so they're
genuine.
pretending to be nice guys. And there's some guys that are so obvious that they're F-boys, and they get called out on it by all these other guys as well because they want to win or they want to love. And then there's one girl, I forget her name, but man, she was my wife and I were yelling at the TV. I'm like, he's an F-boy. Don't pick him. But she's like, what if he's really a nice guy? Like, he's not.
Oh my God, it is like dating in real life. Oh my goodness.
Please check Nikki Glaser, the comedian. She's the host of it, and she's hilarious. So she's
cool.
She's amazing. So F-Boy Island. It was like one of our pandemic.
We've got to watch this.
Yeah, what is it on?
I
think it's on Netflix. It's one of my wife and I's like pandemic watches.
I want to see it now.
That's so good.
That sounds so cool.
Are you into the dating shows or anything?
Not at all. Not really.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever watched Naked Attraction?
No.
I've seen Naked and Afraid.
No, but that's so. I believe it's a British show. I don't think they would allow this in
that
America
doesn't sound
on TV.
American at all.
Yeah, because people are standing, like let's say 5 people are standing in the pods, and then with each round they keep revealing more and more body parts, and they move from the bottom. So first they show feet.
Oh my goodness!
Then everything, and I mean everything up until like belly button, then up until neck. And then the face, but the person who is speaking, they're eliminating one person per round. So just based on a certain body part, you are eliminating a person. Horrible. But you get to see a lot more than you would like to.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like an American show.
Yeah, like how do you sign up for that, and how do you like walk around town after being a contestant on that show?
I know, right? Because it's like, and you don't even get paid, or like I don't know how that works.
That's hilarious.
I would not be a part of it.
Well, speaking of hilarious.
Yeah. The 48-hour film festival?
Yeah.
Yes. So that just wrapped up here in Boston. It's a really great we've totally got to get a team together next time. This time we didn't have as many people available, but it's a great opportunity for local filmmakers to stretch their movie muscles.
Yeah.
Right. You get a theme. You get a couple of other things that you have to include in your movie, and you have literally 48 hours. Write it, shoot it, edit it, submit it. So that is really great. They are going to be screening all of the contestants at the Crystal Ballroom in Davis Square, Somerville, June 8th. So if you want to go to that, go to the 48-Hour Film Festival website, get tickets. Do you have to get tickets? I think you do.
I think you do, yeah.
It's to reserve a spot to go to that. So Crystal Ballroom, Davis Square, June 8th, to get to watch that. And I took my son one year. To go and watch the screenings of all of the contestants, and he loved it. And so he wants to be a part of it. So if we get a team together next year, if we need like a kid actor, so I might actually take my son to this because he just had so much fun watching all of the contestants last year.
I would like to see more because I only saw the movie which I was a part of. Next year, I would absolutely love to be a part not only of the acting process but creative process as well. But also one more thing, if you live not far from Providence, I believe in June they're going to have 48-hour film festival there.
Right. Nice. Yeah. So it moves to different cities all throughout the year. And they are going to be screening your movie. That's right. Around that same time. What is it? June 5th?
June 5th.
June 5th in Newport.
Correct.
In a very beautiful location.
That's right. In one of the mansions. I'm so excited about it.
One of the like Gilded Age mansions.
Nice.
That's right.
One of the locations where they filmed the Gilded Age.
Yeah,
also.
I think it's Belcourt, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm very excited to watch the movie and to visit one of the mansions. It's going to be so cool.
So people should absolutely go and see that too.
Excellent. Perfect. Well, what people should also see, because it's getting great reviews, an indie film. I read that it was filmed in, I think the director or the writer, his director and the writer are the same person, but was filmed in his apartment.
Yeah.
Obsession.
So Obsession. So what is so incredible about this movie, and we've been talking a lot about like indie movies and things like that get done, and you don't see as many of these nowadays, right? Everything is a big blockbuster sequel, such and such, 5, 6, 7, right? This is a very fine-tuned sort of script, a horror made in under $1 million. So it was about $750,000 that they spent to make this movie, shot in the dude's apartment, 2 main characters. So it's, if we could tell the synopsis.
Yeah. So the film follows a hopeless romantic who uses a supernatural one-wish willow to make his crush fall in love with him, only to face horrifying possessive consequences. The trailer is amazing.
The trailer is amazing, and so not only do we have this amazing movie that was made on this micro budget, they took it to the festivals. It got picked up, it got purchased, and then it got its theatrical release. Made $16 million its first weekend out.
That's 16 times its budget.
More than 16 times its budget. So that's what you want to see, and it's something unique. It's new. It's thrilling. The reviews, you've got 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. 95% on Fandango. The IMDb score is also very high.
8.2 out of 10.
People are loving it, and the hype is there. It's building over this, and it was just a dude with an idea, and a dream, and a script, and and how did he get that $1 million? He probably applied for some grants. He got his community together, made this movie, and then submitted it to festivals, which is what a lot of people here do as well. And it just goes to show that you put that work in and you keep going, and you can you can have this happen. It's amazing.
Yeah, this reminds me of the Blair Witch Project, Paranormal Activity, some of those like low budget but great story, great simple effects that do wonders. This is like one of those monkey paw wish scenarios where like do you know the monkey paw? Yeah. So basically you make a wish and like it just grants the worst version of that wish possible. But the trailer looks great. Are you a fan of horror movies?
I am a big fan of horror movies, but it really depends on how scary they are, because the Blair
Witch Project,
that I'm scared to watch, I'll be honest.
Good. Now we have to watch in the dark. That one's fun. Another scary movie I love the classics like Halloween.
Okay,
Halloween's great. Recently, what was good? I think I saw. I saw one that wasn't that really good. Lee Cronin's The Mummy. The new Mummy movie.
I have not seen that one.
I was really hoping to enjoy it. I went in blind. I just saw like the poster for it, and I thought The Mummy looked amazing. There's a different kind of twist to the story, and I watched it, and I did not enjoy it at all. Like it wasn't. It was just all the characters were too dumb. Scary movies, you have to have some dumb characters do dumb things. But like this one, everybody and everything was just dumb. It wasn't for me.
It's like 2000s horror movies.
Yeah, that's my review of Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Dang.
I'm a huge fan of funny horror movies.
Yeah.
Like Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
So I watched that movie. I told my wife about it, and she is not a big fan of horror, scary movies. But I told her, you will like this movie. We watched it and absolutely blew her away. Yeah. So that's one of her new favorite like horror comedy movies.
That one is one of my favorite movies. Point.
Yeah.
It's so good, and I'm really excited to watch Obsession because in the past week it seems that everybody's talking about it, so I'm very scared to jump into some spoilers or like Instagram reels. It's like I've been scrolling and then there will be something about Obsession. I'm like, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. So please, let's go and watch it soon.
Let's go. Let's go. I know AMC has the $5 Tuesdays, but I can't do Tuesdays.
Damn it. Well, we'll find some time.
We'll find another day if you're willing to pay full price.
I'll be okay.
There should be some summer discounts.
Yeah, but on the same vein, James, the same vein of indie movies doing well, we wanted to give a shout out to a Watertown filmmaker whose short film just landed at the Tribeca Film Festival after a number of rejections, 11 rejections. Drew Van Steenbergen. Do we know this person?
I'm trying to. I don't think.
It sounds kind of familiar. But 37-year-old filmmaker from Watertown, Connecticut. Not Watertown, Boston.
Still
New
England. But his film Buckets is going to have its world premiere at Tribeca in June. So that is very, very exciting. And I just love seeing it. Like that's the dream, right? That's
after
people
11
gotta keep
rejections. Yeah.
pushing and making their dreams come true. So,
It sounded like a rap really quick.
let's go.
Speaking about kind of on the horror themed, one of the best horror or thriller movies, however you want to define it, Jaws, obviously filmed down here on Martha's Vineyard. It is
Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard, celebrating its what anniversary is it? Is it its 50th?
It's a lot of anniversary.
Many
50th
years.
anniversary, 51st anniversary actually. So Jaws over at Owen Park Beach in Tisbury, here in Massachusetts, they're going to be screening the movie, and you can actually be out in a kayak or paddleboard or one of those rowboats to watch it on the water, adding to the.
That is so scary.
Yeah.
Like just being on the water at night, in general. Like, have you ever been on the ocean? Like at night,
I think
and
I
it's
have.
just all dark and endlessly deep.
As
and
long as there are
terrifying.
no sharks, I'm fine.
I mean, there could be anything in there.
Great white sightings are over there, but I think they may be in the more, hopefully, a little more shallow part. But yeah, you can bring your kayak, float in, but you do have to sign up ahead of time because there's limited seating. So if you hear this and you want to go, check it out. Go to the Visit Martha's Vineyard Instagram page for a link for tickets. Actually, as a kid, again, I'm born and raised watching movies at the theaters, at the drive-in as well. As a kid, I had the idea of like they should make a row-in. So kind of like it's like a controlled space. So in a parking lot, transform it into like a mini pond, and you can row in, have like a romantic night with your loved one watching a movie.
Here's your chance.
Yeah, here's a chance. Watch Jaws.
Sure, romantic, or you fall in the water, you drown, you get eaten by a shark. Let's roll the dice.
Exactly. Perfect. Well, let's see.
Oh, and you know what this reminds me of too, before we move on real quick? So we were talking about Widow's Bay last week and how it's like the movie monster of the week. And weren't you suggesting that they have like a Jaws themed episode or something like that? So it just feels like that could go in that direction is all. So
we're always pitching story ideas and shows and movies. So if all the Steven Spielberg, I know you're watching, James Cameron, again, return my phone calls. We have great ideas.
And you were on Widow's Bay also. So what did you do for Widow's Bay?
I also did some stand-in work for one of the episodes, which hasn't come out yet, so I cannot talk about it. But that's going to be a really cool episode. I think it's coming out next week. So
also very high ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, made here in New England. They want, right, because the mayor's always like, I want Widow's Bay to be the next Martha Vineyard or whatever.
That was my joke in the last episode because like I was asking, is the mayor kind of like the mayor in Jaws? Because he's like, I don't care if people are getting eaten by a shark. We need tourism, especially for the 4th of July, no matter what happens.
Yeah, kind of pretty much like that. And are you caught up with that show?
I'm not.
I don't have Apple Plus.
Oh, get out of here. You can get like 3 months for free or something.
You're right. I should. Everyone's talking about it.
It's really good, I gotta say, because I don't want to sound biased because I worked on the production as a stand-in. I also did some days as an extra, but God, it is so good. It's kind of scary, but at the same time, it's so funny too. Watching the last episode, which came out like a couple of days ago, I was laughing out loud. It was so funny.
I still have to watch it. I still have to watch that one.
I wanted to ask really quick. So again, you're in so many projects, have been in so many projects. Do you have like a calendar of like future things that you're working on? Like, how busy is your schedule?
My schedule is pretty busy.
Very busy.
That's a great problem to have.
No complaints at all. But apart from movie industry, I also work in the event industry, and I do like so many things, from being an event manager, tour manager, supervisor, to doing some other jobs like brand ambassador. I do a lot, and I have to keep a schedule. If you look at mine, you won't believe this is like no days off at all. Yeah. But I always try. I would always prioritize movie work no matter what. So if I learn that there is a movie or TV show coming to Boston at some point, I usually put it in my calendar. Even if I don't know if I'm going to be working it or not, I'm just making sure that I don't schedule any event work then, because I want to give the priority to movie making.
Well, thank you so much for putting us in your calendar.
I know, we appreciate it.
I found an hour. That's fine, guys.
Oh, well, where can people find you, follow you?
Oh, all right. I'm on Instagram as Katya Zykina. I can spell it for you. It's KATKAZYNKA. And yes, send me a message, like my stories, follow me, I'll follow you back. And I think that's it. I also just started my IMDb page.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We'll put all the links down below.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for work, do you go through Boston Casting? Like, which agencies do you go through?
For my
All of them.
Yeah, all of them, exactly.
Must, yeah, right.
For my stand-in work and extra work, Boston Casting is one of the big ones. We also have Kendall Cooper. We have CP Casting. And
Slate and a bunch of
yeah,
other ones.
quite a few. But when it comes to actual acting, at this point, it has been either a word of mouth, or people would reach out to me directly, or I would reach out to them. So it's all about networking, I would say.
Excellent. Well, we're going to do our best to get even more word and work for you. So,
Yeah.
You guys.
So, do we have time to play a game?
Yeah.
Before we go?
Explain that. Do you know what Cinequote is?
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I'm very competitive. So you sure you want to do this?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be working as a team.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's a little bit like Wordle, right? The word of the day. It's a movie quote of the day. And
What's a movie of the day? And you're given...
Right, and you're giving quotes. So it's a movie of the day, and you're giving quotes, and based on the quotes, you have to guess what the movie is.
Oh, we'll try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we get the last one?
Yeah, I think we did. We did.
Okay.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, because
we Googled it.
we did Google.
So
So-
we kind of cheated last time.
We have a hard rule of not Googling, obviously, the quote. But I knew what the movie was, who the actors were, and everything. I just couldn't remember the name of it.
Okay.
So I admit it. If you guys want to yell at me in the comments, I did totally cheat. But I did
do
know the
this.
movie. But basically, yeah. So this is what it looks like. We're on game 1, 2, 5, 4 if you want to play at home. Let's go ahead.
Scary.
Okay, so this will, I'll point my microphone to this.
This is W9GFO. Do you copy?
Oh my gosh, I feel like it's airplane.
This is W9GFO. Do you copy?
This is W9GFO. Do you copy?
I don't think that's airplane.
You don't think that's airplane?
I feel like it is, but I might be biased.
Let's try it.
Let's give it a shot.
So again, so we have up to 5 guesses.
Because that's a code, right? What a code can be for.
Submit. No. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It didn't sound funny.
Wait. I thought airplane is in a vehicle, like a transport thing.
Oh, no. no, like the movie.
I wonder, does it give you any clues on?
No, it's just the quote. So we'll go. So we missed the first one. So we'll try quote number 2. In 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
I wish the world was a place where fair was the bottom line, where the kind of idealism you showed at the hearing was rewarded, not taken advantage of. Unfortunately, we don't live in that world.
Oh, I'm lost
Okay.
now.
That's
I don't
not
know.
a comedy, right?
No, that doesn't sound funny.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
let's see. Yeah, this doesn't ring a bell. Sometimes we have to get to number 5, the quote number 5, to get the movie
Yeah.
right.
All right, let's just skip. Let's go to the next
let's
one.
Skip. Quote number 3.
All I'm asking is for you to just have the tiniest bit of vision, to step back for 1 minute and look at the big picture, to take a chance on something that just might end up being the most profoundly impactful moment for humanity, for the history of history.
Okay.
I'm thinking Contact.
It gives us some context here. So it's either about aliens,
Yeah.
something
Or
about
like meteors coming to Earth or something.
yeah, but it's an older movie, right? Because we can hear the sound quality.
Yeah. I'm thinking Contact with I think it's a Jodie Foster is in that movie. I'm gonna
we can give it a shot.
I'm gonna
Try
go for
that
it.
one, yeah.
Contact 97.
Let's see. Good job.
Want an American to go, Doctor? Want to take a ride?
Boom.
Okay.
Well, thank you for taking this ride with us. Thank you for joining us here on the Hub on Hollywood. Again, we'll love to have you on in the future and talk about more of your work, more of your projects, and some more wacky topics that's happening here in New England and
That's right.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, and people should follow us. We have more incredible interviews coming up.
Yeah.
Where can they find us?
You can find us everywhere on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at Hub on Hollywood. If you're watching us on YouTube, 1, thank you very much. 2, subscribe, like, join the conversation down below. And if you're not in front of your screen, whether that's your phone or computer, you can listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts. So iHeart Radio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever, we're there.
That's right. All right. Until
Thank you for inviting me. Honestly, it was a blast.
Yay.
Well, for the Hub on Hollywood, I'm James.
I'm Jamie. That's Katya. See ya.
Bye.